Welcome, my most amazing artist. I am so excited to bring you this video on how to paint a glittery, shimmery, beautiful, and fun disco ball. The materials you'll need are a cardboard disc or heavyweight paper, even a circle canvas will work, pencil and eraser, a ruler, variety of craft or acrylic paints, optional glitter or metallic paint, paint brushes, and Posca Paint Pens. Everything will be linked in the video's description. Elements of art that we'll discuss and apply in this video are form, color, and value. If you don't have a cardboard disc or a circle canvas, feel free to use a heavyweight paper or even a watercolor paper. Trace a paper plate or any large circle object you have. Next, grab some white paint as well as your paint palette. We're going to begin by painting a light wash over our circle. I'm going to begin using sort of a warm color palette with pinks and oranges and yellows, and then add some cooler colors using purples. You're just going to paint over the entire surface of this circle, sort of creating some areas of value, light and dark, which is just going to help us plan for where we want to paint each individual disco ball glass piece. Keep in mind while you're painting the key term or element of art, value. Value is used to create the illusion of form in art, essentially turning our 2D circle shape into a 3D form representing a sphere. We are creating both highlights and shadows on our disco ball while we paint. As I paint, I'm going to be painting the left-hand side and the bottom of my circle using my darker colors for my shadows. As I move my way up towards the top of my circle, I'll add some of the lighter colors as well as yellow and include more white for the highlights. Now, if you're using the circle disc like myself, keep in mind that it may bubble if you put the paint on too thick or use too much water. So work quickly as it does soak into the cardboard quickly. Now it's time to let your base coat dry. Once it's dry, we're going to go back in with our ruler and pencil and begin to grid out or map out each individual glass section of our disco ball. By starting to divide our disc in half, again, it doesn't have to be perfect, just draw a straight vertical line down with your ruler. Now we're going to draw curved lines that radiate from the top of the line that we just drew all the way to the bottom. You're going to do this on the left-hand side and then the right-hand side. So again, just a slight curve that goes from the top to the bottom line. Once you've finished drawing your curved lines on the left-hand side of your disco ball, you're going to repeat the same process on the right-hand side. Next, we're going to create some cross contour lines or curved lines that go through the lines that we just drew, starting with a small curved line at the very bottom, and they will get larger as we move our way to the top of our disco ball. This is really going to help give the illusion of form, making our disco ball look more 3D and mapping out where each individual glass piece will go. Now that we've mapped out our grid, it's time to start painting. You're going to use the base coat as a guide to help you apply the colors. Again, there's no right or wrong, just begin painting in each square individually. As you paint, you're going to want to add white to your paint. This creates different tints of the same hue, just helping to add visual interest, depth, and value to your disco ball. Now, either with a very small paintbrush or a Posca paint pen, you're going to go back in and repaint some of the grid line that you drew. This is just going to help define each area once again. I like to use both a light colored Posca pen to highlight some areas and then a darker color, maybe a pink or a purple, to add some darker areas. This part can take a little time and patience, but in the end is definitely worth it. And lastly, I love to use this glitterific paint by Folk Art just to add a few little areas of glitter and shimmer to my disco ball. Just apply in random squares that you've painted. Well done, my most amazing artist. I had such a blast creating these beautiful, colorful, and shimmering disco balls with you. I wish you the very best this coming year. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I look forward to creating with you again very soon.